What's going on, music creators? It's your boy Fly Guy Jay, and I'm back with another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, I go by the name Fly Guy Jay. I'm a music producer, songwriter, studio owner, recording, mixing, and mastering engineer.
Are you done? Are you done?
And yeah, I'm in the booth today, baby. Now, I used to rap, so I do have bars, but that's not why I'm here today.
Hallelujah. Thank God for saving me.
I've teamed up with Plugin Boutique and Antares to give one of you guys the chance to win a free license of Autotune Pro. So if you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button and help the channel grow so I can continue to bring you guys some dope giveaways and educational videos. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so I've got the Autotune Pro plugin pulled up, and the first thing you'll notice is that it's a very clean, sleek, unique, modern looking GUI. They did a really nice job upgrading the graphics for this plugin. I'll be playing back the chorus of a song that I produced called Ooh Ah, featuring Prince Teejay and Sonny Savage, so you guys can get a feel for how I use the Autotune Pro plugin on Prince Teejay's vocals. As always, I'll leave a link in the description for those of you who want to purchase or stream the full version of this song. If you're feeling the record, add it to your playlist and share it with a friend. So these are the settings that I use for the lead vocal of the hook. I tweak these settings slightly for the background vocals on the hook. If you're interested in this preset, you can go ahead and copy these settings, or you can download the preset, which I'll leave a link in the description for. All I ask is that you like this video in exchange for the free preset. So let's go ahead and check out the hook. So you can hear I've used Autotune moderately. It gives it that modern sound, but it's not that over-the-top robotic T-Pain Autotune. I wanted to give it that modern Autotune sound, but I also wanted to preserve some of the natural characteristics in Prince Teejay's voice. So I slowed the retune speed down a little bit. I increased the flex tune, and I also increased this humanize function. Let's go into an overview of the plugin, and I'll explain what these knobs do. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you load up this Autotune Pro plugin is you're going to want to click on this down arrow next to settings and make sure you have this use low latency option enabled. This will allow you to hear the Autotune effect while you're recording your vocals without getting that latency delay. I personally have found that it's best to record the vocals with the Autotune on so the artist can hear how the changes in their pitch and their voice inflection is going to be impacted by the Autotune processing. This also allows the artist to get creative and try different variations during the recording process. If you record the vocals raw without the Autotune being heard back in the headphones during recording, then you could end up with bad takes, and you might miss out on some of the magic that the artist could have had in the booth if they could have heard the Autotune while they were recording. So once you've got that use low latency option enabled, the most important thing is to set the key and scale of the Autotune plugin to match the key and scale of the instrumental that you're using. Now, if you stick around to the end, I'll show you a dope feature that comes with Autotune Pro that will help you quickly find the key and scale of your beat. For this record, since I produced the track, I already knew that the key was in D flat major, so that's what I set the Autotune to. You also want to set the input type. You can choose bass or instrument if you're using this on instruments or bass or subs. For voices, you want to use either low male, alto tenor, or soprano. I usually choose one of these two, unless I have a person with a very deep voice, then this might fit better. Autotune Pro features two modes. You can either use the auto mode, which is a simpler way to use the Autotune plugin, or if you want to dive deeper into the controls, you can switch over to graph mode, and you have all these other advanced options that you can tweak to shape the sound of the Autotune. For the sake of this tutorial, we'll be covering the auto mode. Another dope feature of Autotune Pro is they brought back the sound of Autotune 5, which is a version of Autotune that a lot of people just fell in love with. If you want to get that classic Autotune 5 sound, all you got to do is hit this button and go into classic mode. Now, when you switch over to classic mode, you will lose the functionality of the flex tune knob because that feature didn't exist with Autotune 5. So let's talk about these four knobs and what they do. Your retune speed is the main control that drives how fast the Autotune is going to hit your vocal. So as you increase this knob, the Autotune processing is going to be more pronounced. If you want that extra robotic-y T-Pain sound, you want to set this to 0. If you want a more natural sound, you can set this anywhere between, let's say, 10 and 50. The flex tune knob allows you to customize your Autotune sound by allowing more deviations in the pitch. As you increase this flex tune knob, it allows more of the variations in the voice to shine through. If you wanted that classic T-Pain robotic sound, you would leave this set to 0. Over on this side, you have a humanized knob, and what this affects is the retune speed on the notes that are sustained or held. So sometimes when you're working on correcting the pitch of a vocal, you want to correct the pitch of the short notes, the ones that aren't held for a long period of time. So you might need to crank this retune speed all the way up to 0 in order to correct that short note. In turn, what that does is for any notes that are held long, they sound extra robotic-y. So to compensate for that, you can increase this humanized knob, and what that'll do is it'll use a lower retune speed on the notes that are held out. So that way, not only can you tune the quick short notes, but now you can have a more natural sounding, longer sustained notes. Lastly, you have this natural vibrato knob, and this allows you to either increase or decrease the amount of vibrato that's in the voice. Now, in order to show you guys the impact that Autotune Pro is having on Teejay's vocals, I'll bypass all of the Autotune plugins. A quick tip, if you hold Option and Command on the Mac keyboard, and then you press on the plugin, it will bypass everything in the first row. So very quickly, you can bypass all of those plugins. So right now I have Autotune Pro disengaged, and we'll take a listen to the raw vocals.
Girl, I haven't seen you in a minute. Girl, I know you miss it when I'm in it. Come with me and I'ma have you singing. Girl, I haven't seen you in a minute.
So you can hear there's some parts of that vocal where he's definitely out of key. So I'm using the Autotune to help shift those notes back into key. I'll re-enable the plugin. And again, this is with Autotune re-engaged.
Girl, I haven't seen you in a minute. Girl, I know you miss it when I'm in it. Come with me and I'ma have you singing.
Much better. Now to demonstrate what some of these knobs do in real time, I'll play part of Sonny Savage's verse and we'll start tweaking these knobs.
I pull up on you, make you skirt, skirt. Girl, you with a big boss, no Rick Ross. Tell her watch your step, just that drip sauce. You my best.
So this is that classic T-Pain effect. If you want to go to Autotune 5 mode,
got that slick mouth, no sip and spill like Ricaya. And she super precious like a diamond.
So that's the Autotune 5 classic mode, which you can hear has more of the robotic characteristics to the voice. Let's check that again.
I pull up on you, make you skirt, skirt. Girl, you with a big boss, no Rick Ross. Tell her watch your step, just that drip sauce.
Now let's go back to the Autotune Pro mode. Now I'll start increasing this flex tune knob, and you'll hear how the Autotune backs off a little bit, and you can really shape your own sound.
I pull up on you, make you skirt, skirt. Girl, you with a big boss, no Rick Ross. Tell her watch your step.
So you can hear it starting to sound a little more natural now.
Every time we touch his lift up, shorty so bad, yeah, she fire. And she got that slick mouth, no sip and spill like Ricaya. And she super precious like a
Now there's very little.
If I ever tell you I love you, baby, just know I'm never lying.
So you can hear it's more of a natural sound and less robotic when you start increasing the flex tune. Next, let's look at the humanized knob. We'll try to find a sustained note and see how this affects the sound. Listen to the words fly and the words lie.
Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie. Baby, you.
So you can hear when it gets to fly and lie, it's a very robotic-y sound that's just held at that same pitch. In order to humanize that and give it a more natural feel, we can increase this knob. Let's try 25. See what it sounds like.
Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie. Baby.
So it's a little less robotic-y. You're starting to hear a little more of the natural voice shining through. But let's increase this even further and see how it sounds. We'll take it up to 50.
Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie. Baby, you're too fly.
75.
I can't lie. Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie.
100.
Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie.
Lastly, we have this vibrato knob. Let's try increasing this and decreasing this to see if we can hear the differences.
Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie. And when we apart, I want you to spend the night and see my girl, mama, that's on live. Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie. And when we apart, I want you to spend the night and see my girl, mama, that's on live. Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie. And when we apart, I want you to spend the night and see my girl, mama, that's on live. Baby, you're too fly. I can't lie.
Now, let's talk about my favorite feature of Autotune Pro, and that is the accessory plugin that comes with Autotune Pro called AutoKey. Now, what the AutoKey plugin does is it allows you to quickly find the key and scale of any instrumental that you have. So, for example, if I didn't know the key of this beat, I could quickly load the AutoKey plugin onto my instrumental track, play back the instrumental, and it automatically finds this key and tells me that this song is in the key of D flat major. Now that's a dope feature, but what takes this AutoKey plugin to the next level is the fact that not only does it find the key for you, but if you hit this send to Autotune button, it automatically tells every instance of Autotune that you have running in your session to change the key and the scale to D flat major. Let me show you. So I've set a different key and scale to each one of these instances of Autotune Pro. So you can see on this track, I have it set to E harmonic. On this track, G chromatic. On this track, E minor. And on this track, B mean tone. Now let's do some magic. We'll hit this send to Autotune button. And boom, the scale is automatically changed to D flat major. Let's check the other instances. D flat major, D flat major, and so forth. Now that is extremely powerful, efficient, and allows you to quickly find the key, load up your Autotune settings for all of your plugins, and get you up and running with your recording session or your mixing session very quickly. For me, this AutoKey was a game changer. Now, before I talk about my Autotune Pro giveaway, I want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button, like the video, drop a comment, and let me know what was your favorite feature about this Autotune Pro plugin. Now, let's get on to the Autotune Pro giveaway. The most important rule for this giveaway is that you have to be following me on Instagram. So go to my Instagram page, @TheRealFlyGuyJ. I'll leave a link in the description, and make sure you follow me there first and foremost. Secondly, click the link in the description to go to the Autotune Pro giveaway page. There will be a required method of entry, and there will also be some additional methods of entry that you can unlock by completing the methods shown on the giveaway page first. I'll be choosing one winner by random, and I'll be verifying that that winner is following me on Instagram. And if it turns out that they aren't following me, they will be disqualified, and I'll go back to the pool of entries and select another random winner. I want to thank you guys again for stopping by my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you can get notifications of future giveaways, future reviews, future tutorials. Make sure you guys sign up for the giveaway. Check out the full version of the song Ooh Ah on all streaming platforms and share the song and giveaway with your friends. Until next time, keep creating, keep learning, and keep grinding. I'm out.